Hey, what's up, everybody? Appreciate you coming and hanging out with me on your Tuesday night. Sorry for getting things started a few minutes late here. I was discussing things with Kind just prior to getting things going, but I do appreciate you coming and hanging out. Gonna start things off a little bit different than normal here. Just wanted to talk a little bit before doing anything. So hopefully we've got some folks around because there's some things I wanted to talk about. Maybe get some input. I don't know. Not exactly sure where I'm going to go with this, but I guess we're going to find out. But anyway, saw Ruguru stop by earlier. Saw Benik. Do appreciate that. Saw Aki. What's up? And hey, what's up, Aaron? Love the pictures from the trip. That's awesome. Saw some flashbacks of memories from a long time ago. That was awesome. But hey, what's up, Peter? Good to see you. But anyway, let me go ahead and jump on into it. I do believe Dally even popped in. That was it's been a minute since we've seen Dally, but let me go ahead and pop in and get kind into it because I want to kind of get things going here.
But the actual temperature never hits 100. Very rarely, because the humidity's so high.
Oh, it hits 100 all the time.
No, the heat index.
No, the heat index does, but the temperature.
Oh my
itself,
gosh, heat index is ridiculous.
Here it hits 100 all the time.
Who you do in Pueblo?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we hit it up here too, but not. Yeah, Texas is another animal. Well, also depends on what part of Texas, but anyway.
Yeah.
El Paso's a whole nother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our Midland, or yeah, it's whole different. But on the coastal plain, we don't hit 100. But man, we wish we would hit 100 just for drop a little humidity.
Oh right, man, it's just you can't. You take a shower and you're still sweating.
Yeah. You sweat as soon as you walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Sweating lets you know you're alive.
That's right. I am very much
pain.
alive. That too.
I don't know. It's one of those. Yeah, one of those. Yeah.
All right.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
The season ended tonight, so I got on to try to finish some battle passing, since I didn't actually do all that.
You didn't play any of the season, so it probably didn't help. But
No, I did. I got 3/4 of them unlocked.
oh,
I'm like 20 away, 20 or 25 away.
well, I didn't see you on. But you must have been hiding. Well, good to hear your voice again, Dally. I mean, not.
Well, I appreciate you guys just letting me, barge in on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Oh, shucks.
But I did want to start the stream off a little bit differently though, because it is kind of not necessarily good stuff that I want to talk about. We're kind of discussing it a little bit before the stream, but I do have to bring this up because over the last I don't know, several days, things have been kind of heating up in the COD community, and I have a real problem with it, and so I really kind of have to just bring it up and talk about it because, well, that's just how I am. Some of you have been following me since I played War Robots, and you guys know that I walked away from War Robots. I mean, I had a fairly successful channel over at War Robots. I mean, it was a lot more successful than here. I mean, I used to average a whole lot more activity, a lot more people watching, but I walked away because I disagreed with the direction that game was going with the developer. Mainly, I disagreed with the developer, and I had a real moral problem with how they were handling their game. So I had to leave. I loved the community. I love the people, and a lot of you followed me from there, which I appreciate. But unfortunately, there's kind of a moral dilemma. I can't say the word dilemma. There's a bit of a moral dilemma that has popped up here in Call of Duty, and I kind of need to talk about it. It might be a little bit easier if I kind of show you what I'm talking about. I did a little bit. I don't usually do my stream like this, so bear with me. I'm gonna try something a little bit different, so work with me, folks. And I'm gonna see if I can make it to where Kine and Dali can hear too.
I can hear you.
Oh, I know you can hear me, but so you guys can hear what I'm playing.
But what am I?
So you guys can hear what I'm playing. But I'm gonna pause my music. I gotta pause my music so you don't hear my music. There.
Oh yeah, no, I never heard your music, but I heard your words.
Okay, well, can you hear my music?
Just so you know, I cannot. Oh no, I can.
All right. Well, good. All right. So, good. All right. So, probably about 5 or 6 days ago. Well, those of you that have been watching Call of Duty know that I don't know, about a week or so ago, Call of Duty released operator skins for 2 longtime Call of Duty players and creators, Nick Mercs and Tim the Tatman, right? Kine and I both picked up the Tim the Tatman skins because, well, we're fans of Tim, and it's been a lot of fun playing with him. And we've been having fun playing with him, and everything's great, right? Well,
Right.
Nick Mercs, we don't really watch him or anything. At least I don't. But anyway, it's really cool that, you know, they got their skin in the game. I mean, they're the first for them. It's first for any creator in Call of Duty to do that, so it's a huge accomplishment for them. But anyway, several days back, there was this discussion going on Twitter, and it was actually a codcaster. It's like a sportscaster, but for the Call of Duty League. He commented on a news article or a video of a fight that had broke out outside of a school in California. And the reason for the fight was, but anyway, here, I'm just going to play this. Okay. I think I can play this. Okay. I'm totally just stealing some of these other dudes' videos. So shout out to whoever this JD Hillen dude is, because they can say it way better than me. So anyway, I'm just gonna hit play on this dude's video. So shout out to him. I don't have a clue who he is. Thanks for letting me use your video, bro.
And Bud Light weren't already big enough.
Hopefully you guys could hear it.
Now, for those of you that don't know what's been going on, you're not aware of what's been happening, a huge Call of Duty streamer
He's gonna explain it better.
Nick Mercs has been under immense controversy because of a little tweet he sent out in response to somebody else talking about an altercation going on between fathers, parents, and leftists, because the parents were upset with schools pushing gender ideology, woke politics onto the kids. You know the drill by now, but the user goes on to say, Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. Nick Mercs then responds to that tweet with, they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. That one tweet there, those few words, being concerned over kids and what they're being taught at schools, landed this man in so much controversy, because we know speaking out against certain things is, well, strictly forbidden. Hundreds of people were so mad at this man. They couldn't believe he had such an opinion. Thankfully, there is a large group of people also standing behind him, but Call of Duty picked up on this and they effectively cancelled him from the game. Okay, they removed his skin, his bundle from the store. I just can't believe what is going on. But they sent out this tweet. Due to recent events, we have removed the Nick Merc operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community. Call of Duty, this huge franchise, punished a man because he said, leave the kids alone. And apparently him saying that, right, a new father, by the way, being concerned about what ideologies are being pushed into schools, makes him anti everything. We know he's not, but as we all know, you know, when you disagree with any tiny bit of this new progressive world, you're anti this and anti that, and sadly enough, these companies back up the people who are pushing this woke ideology onto everybody because they want everybody to have the same worldview, think the same, talk the same, and nobody can speak any different. And if anybody dares speak out against anything being pushed today, well, Nick Mercs is proof that you will get cancelled and you will get punished. And then on top of that, you've got the schools, right, which is obviously the big part of.
Anyway, he goes on, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to keep going on that dude's video. But anyway, like the very next day, Nick Mercs went on his own stream. It clarified his own statement, right? His own statement, which was, because all he did was make that one little statement saying, hey, just leave the kids out of it, right? Which is not anti-gay, he's not anti, you know, he's not homophobic, there was nothing bad about what he said, right? So
I want to be the one, and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want, and you can spin it, flip it, flop it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet, okay? So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did.
That's literally all he was trying to say. That was his explanation. But he didn't take it back.
I'm not apologizing about the tweaks. I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. You know, I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting my response.
So he didn't bow down. He didn't back off, which, you know, props to him. He didn't bow down. So Call of Duty deleted his character from the store, deleted it from the game, whatever. And yeah, I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, and that is part of the moral dilemma that I'm in, because you have a billion-dollar corporation who was in a contract with this dude, who was making money off of this dude, right? Who, for no reason whatsoever, just decided to cancel him because he made a statement completely outside of anything having to do with the game or anything whatsoever on a completely different platform. So his First Amendment right, and they just decided to screw him. I don't get it. I really don't understand. Okay, and then some of you are probably familiar with Dr. Disrespect. So Dr. Disrespect was the first person who came to kind of defend this guy, because, you know, immediately after this happened, people started calling Nick Mercs homophobic, saying he was anti-LGBTQ, and started saying that his statement was you know, anti-LGBTQ and everything else, which nothing in his statement, nothing in his tweet was anti-anything, which is ridiculous to even make the statement that it was. So anyway, Dr. Disrespect is arguably the largest streamer in the world. I mean, he's also a former COD developer, for those of you that don't know. But he is huge. So like the very next day, this is what Dr. Disrespect did.
At Call of Duty, Activision made the decision to pull Nick Merck's skin and bundle off the game. I mean, to get your own skin and bundle and that whole collaboration on the biggest shooter franchise out there and be one of the first to do it in Call of Duty, that's such a massive accomplishment, you know? And he worked hard, years and years, built a nice community. He's a great representation of a streamer gaming, you know? And just like that, he made it, got it in there, and they pulled it down. That's a fucking tough one, man. So what I gotta do, what we gotta do is uninstall the game. Number one. I mean, don't get a mistake, in this year's Call of Duty is the worst in its franchise. But that decision by COD's PR marketing team, I'll tell you right now, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest.
Many gamers are...
I don't necessarily disagree with Doc. I mean, he was pretty quick to come to Nick's defense. And then Tim the Tap Man, who also had a skin, right? Who was also under contract. He was a little bit slow to kind of come or make a statement. And his first statement that he made on stream, a lot of people said was kind of weak. This is what he did.
Truly do not think he meant to hurt anyone with what he said. It really, all I can say is this, man. Cabin Army,
Okay.
love y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right. We talked for a while last night, and he's doing all right. But that's all I can really say on it, man. That's all I'm really going to say on it.
I felt...
Now, a lot of people thought that, oh, you know, Tim the Tap Man was really not coming to his defense, and he was kind of weak. And people probably don't understand, you know, he's got like a lot of money in the game. He probably has to clear things with lawyers, you know, there's big contracts on the line. You know, there's a lot more to it. You can't just jump at stuff when you know, it's your livelihood, you know what I'm saying? But the very next day, Tim the Tap Man released a tweet of his own that simply said, "At Nick Merc has been my friend for years. We went in getting our COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friend, please remove the Tim the Tap Man bundle." And he said, "At Call of Duty." And within that day, Call of Duty just removed it. And then, I mean, so you've got two of the largest streamers, you know, well, three, well, you've got three of the largest streamers, you know, there are. Nick Merc is part owner of FaZe, which is in the Call of Duty League, which is a team in the Call of Duty League. So I'm not sure why they would even do that to him to begin with, but they did. And then they shake hand him, and then they, instead of just saying, well, hold on a second, when Tim the Tap Man said, you know what, pull mine out too if you're going to do that to him, They just said, okay, fine, and they doubled down. I mean, what are they thinking? I mean, and my problem is when you have a company, a corporation that is going to dictate to people what they can say and how they should think, especially when it comes to kids. I have a problem with that. And with that, I have a problem, one, giving them money, and I have a problem, two, playing their game. So I'm not sure what to do. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So that's why I'm talking to you guys, and I want to talk to Kine and I guess get input from Dally since he's here too. I want to hear from all of you guys. But that is the story. And this stuff is literally all over the news. I mean, there's reports on, the bigger news outlets, the financial places have made reports on it. This stuff has made headlines. And I mean, it's not something that's just, it's a Call of Duty thing. It's literally, this is kind of a big deal. But for me, it's a personal issue because I just have a hard time because I invest myself into gaming. And with that, my community, my friends, and I have a hard time doing that when it's with a game or a developer. It's just shit. And so, what do you guys think?
Wait, I did not know any of that prior to this. It seems a stretch from the initial whoever it was that posted something to then post to get a reply out of him. That seemed to have started it all. Who was that person anyway?
The what?
Who said? You said he was replying to a tweet or whatever. Who was the one that who did the initial?
The initial was it was just some codcaster guy that he works for Call of Duty. He just does the cod, the guy.
Oh, the codcast. Oh yeah, one during the Call of Duty League stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
One of those guys. And Nick Mercs probably saw it. He probably follows him on Twitter, and the guy, the original tweet said,
and we just all get along.
It was Puckett.
Something to that effect.
It says, "This happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life." Right? Puckett, I don't think is from the US. And then Nick Mercs responded what he responded, saying, it isn't about that. He said, just leave the kids out of it. That's because, the guy was commenting about the people fighting, which, if you really want to get into the politics of it, the people were fighting over, fucking LGBT stuff in a grade school, which, people can have an opinion on that. I'm not anti anything, I mean,
what I'm trying to get at is the person who posted the initial thing is probably someone no one's ever heard of before.
Oh, the Puckett guy? Yeah. He's really nobody. I'm not sure why Call of Duty would be like all up on that. That guy's, whatever. You would think that they would be like trying to, stick with their money makers, but no. I mean, being a corporation, normally that, they would try to do that, you would think, but no, everything is about forcing people to think certain ways. And that's but see, my problem is there's enough people out there trying to force you to think certain ways. Okay, I don't need an entertainment company trying to do that too. Okay, I pay my $70 for the game. I pay my, you know, $20-$30 for a you know, a pack here or there, whatever, for an operator skin. I don't need them to try and tell me that my kid should have, you know, this in their school or that, or I shouldn't have an opinion on certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's where I have to have a line drawn, or I don't think that they should be involved in canceling people because they make a post on Twitter about something that has absolutely nothing to do with their company or anything that they have anything to do with. They're just crossing so many lines. And I'm sorry, maybe I'm just too much of a fucking red-blooded American, and I believe in the Constitution, and maybe that's what makes me a bad fucking person.
Well, first off, the Constitution only protects you from the government, not from private businesses.
Yes, but
Just
you know
as a
what?
point
I
of,
believe in
reference.
freedom.
Oh, so do I.
And that
So, I always
freedom
go back to the
protects me
beginning of
against
what-
private businesses.
No.
Yes, it does. Second Amendment will.
Oh, okay. Well, now we're talking about something different.
There's always a workaround, buddy.
Yes, there is.
Always a workaround. Anyway.
Oh, it seems like the guy went looking for something. That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
I'm
the
sure
guy
he's probably
didn't. The
had
guy
other conversations
didn't.
with the guy.
No, the guy.
No. I don't mean the guy in trouble. I'm talking
No,
about the guy.
The original guy didn't go looking for anything. I think it all happened just because the guy Puckett literally just retweeted the news article about the fight that happened out there at the school, made his comment about it, his typical, you know, or atypical, you know, standard, which is his belief of, you know, hey, everybody get along, love everybody belief, which is fine. He's allowed to believe and think whatever he wants. And then Nick Merckx probably saw that in his feed and thought, hey, you know, he's not from the United States, because that guy said, hey, you know,
Yeah,
everybody in the
US.
US, you know, isn't like that. It's just, you know, they need to learn to leave the kids out of it, you know, because that's Nick Merckx's fucking right to have that belief. But either way, it doesn't matter, because none of it has anything to do with fucking Call of Duty.
I agree.
Well, until Call of Duty reacted.
Right. And now it has
Until
a lot
Activision reacted.
Now it has a lot to do with Call of Duty and Activision. And
Oh wait, was it Call of Duty or Activision?
Call of Duty, Activision is owned by, or Activision owns
that's
Call
what
of Duty.
I know. That's why I'm asking, which was it, the sub company or was it the big company?
I'd be willing to bet that they didn't make the decision without notifying Activision. I mean, somebody at Call of Duty has to answer to Activision for some pretty big stuff like that. I'm guessing.
Right, any negative publicity. I mean, anything that brings
negative. And ever since this has happened, I mean, unlike Bud Light, who has not posted on Twitter since their fiasco, Call of Duty has continued to post to their Twitter, but every time they do post, it gets flooded by everybody posting "Leave the kids alone." Like literally, they get thousands of people posting "Leave the kids alone." And I mean, it's kind of comical because there's literally just thousands and thousands and thousands of people just hounding Activision and Call of Duty right now over it. Like, people, there's a lot of people that are upset about it. I mean, I'm not alone about it. I mean, how many of them are truly upset over what part of it? I don't know. I mean, I'm upset over just the actual, just the spineless business practice for them to think that they can get away with pushing people around like that. Like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. So anyway, I don't know what to do. So, like, I personally don't know what to do because I was fully invested in this in this game. And that's what I moved on. I said I was going to move from one game, and this was the game I was going to play because Call of Duty had such a long track record. They made game after game after game after game. There's always a Call of Duty to play. So I was like, okay, this is a safe bet. Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to understand. Hey, what's up, Daryl? So what do you guys think? What do you think, Aaron? Peter? Aki? Daryl? Harlock? What's up, man? I just... I don't know. Did we lose Kine?
I'm still here.
Oh.
I'm waiting to
Go ahead.
let the stream weigh in.
Hey, what's up, Anthony? Let the stream weigh in. Yeah, I think some folks are popping in. Yeah, basically COD disenfranchised its whole community to side with a community that doesn't even like the game. Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, there probably are some parts of various communities that like the game. I mean, to kind of touch base a little bit on, I mean, if you think about it, a large part of, I mean, you're almost right, Aaron. I mean, a large number of the people that probably play Call of Duty probably are not the same members of that community. You're absolutely right. Although, ironically, as I was mentioning to Kine, when this game first released, the only flags in the game were pride flags. There were no U.S. flags, no country flags, no state flags, no anything. The only flags in the game upon release of this game for the first 3 months were pride flags. I didn't, I looked past it because I'm like, whatever, I just want to blow stuff up. I don't care. And I'm sure most people were the same way. They just didn't give a shit. And, I'm sure most people are kind of along those same thought process. But once the game starts pivoting and forcing its agenda, I guess, onto people, it changes things. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with some people's agendas. The problem is when people or companies force their agenda. That's when I have a problem. I don't go around forcing my opinion. Yeah, the flag thing is pandering, but you know what? They could have pandered to everybody, Aaron. They could have just said, you know what? we can release all the flags at the same fucking time. They could have done that, but they didn't. They could have. There were conscious choices made. There's a difference between fucking pandering and conscious choices to place one group above another. There is a difference. On a brighter side, I have a limited edition Tim the Tapman operator here on my screen now, since he's no longer available.
Hey, keep them in the package, man. Makes those action figures worth so much more. I know. Just
They're not going to refund the money, that's for sure. That they made off of it. Or Nick Mertz, either.
Yeah, I'm sure there was some kind of lawyers that are going to be getting involved there, though. There had to be some kind of breach contract on some side there. I don't know. I just think the whole situation is just shitty. And Call of Duty right now, they're just trying to stick their head in the sand and pretend like none of it's happening. And I don't think they're gonna get away with it. There's just so much uproar right now in the COD community. I mean, there really is. I mean, there's
between the people that don't like the game itself in terms of the franchise anymore, right? And the people that are offended by their suppression of free speech, taking sides, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they're kind of are in trouble, I would think.
Well, there was a lot of the community that was already starting to get mad just at the direction that they were going.
Right,
with the
Dr.
game.
Disrespect, right? He hated it.
And then there's a lot of people that were not happy with how they were looking at doing the part 2 of this game that was coming up. It was supposed to be just a continuance, and yeah, I mean, there's now, I mean, they're just, I mean, if there's like a Call of Duty competitor that's getting ready to come out, man, they need to rush that thing, because it might actually have a chance. Yeah, they're definitely not going to be making any more streamer operators. That's pretty much done. Hey, Kaiser, how are you, man? Long time no see. It's good to see you on.
I don't know. You don't know what they're going to do. They could, whatever that guy is that they put on the Bud Light cans, maybe they'll make an operator out of him.
Yeah, give him a gun from Target.
Give him a Target T-shirt. That would be so apropos for a shooting game.
See, now I don't know if we're getting borderline. Are we gonna get accused for being for being anti-LGBT or I don't know. It's easier for me to say alphabet community because
Yep. Well, there's a plus sign in there too, so it's not even the alphabet anymore.
Yeah.
It's got room for expansion. But you know, at the end of the day, knock yourselves out, right? Everybody needs to just do
you're not hurting you're not hurting anybody.
That's right.
You're forcing somebody to be
the
you.
problem comes in The problem comes in the, is just, in a free market economy, the fact that companies, Aaron said it well, pandering, are pandering to one side of an argument, right? Things have gone off the rails a bit, and that's my big issue with it is I saw nothing wrong with Nick's tweet. That was his opinion, and to get canceled for that, companies canceling people, it's one thing for people to boycott companies, but for companies to start boycotting people, that's a problem.
Well, and I don't know that I agree with you. The companies boycotting people is definitely a problem, but there's a problem where you've got these corporations that are pandering, like you said, right, to one side, but
no, exactly,
they're pandering to a vocal minority, like a very small minority at that. Like,
whether it's a majority or a minority, it doesn't really matter.
Well,
I mean,
no, but here, when you're a company that's doing it, it should matter. Right. It should matter.
Well, you're just, yeah, exactly. I
okay,
mean,
when you're a government and you need to step in for equality, okay, I totally get that. You need to make sure minorities have proper representation, right, and they're not persecuted. Right. And on that front, I'll tell you what, I have no problem whatsoever. And I think at least in Western culture, I think, is there room to grow? Absolutely. But as far as the alphabet community as a whole, I'd say there's probably never been a safer time to be open about who they are and freer about who they are. But like I said, yeah, is there still room to grow? Probably there is. Is there other, countries where it's not so safe to be open and free? Absolutely. Yeah. And they need to work on that, definitely. But, that's a job of governments and agencies. Okay. And companies should not be pandering to the minorities. Companies should be looking, I mean, it's a capitalist society. Okay, you make goods and you provide them to the majority of the people. Now, granted, smaller companies might make and provide goods to, minority of people who might purchase those goods that are not made by the larger companies. That's how capitalism works. But you don't take a big ass company like Call of Duty, who makes a big ass game, and try and only sell it to 15 people. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense, right?
Well, I mean,
so why are they gonna pander to less than 5% of the population?
Well, I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
that's all I'm saying.
I agree. It doesn't make sense from a company perspective. Nobody's asking them.
I mean,
to persecute.
Are they not responsible to their board?
Well, yeah,
and
they are. And a lot of boards, though, are worried about the cancel culture side of things.
Well,
it's just recently, right? You could do
Activision shouldn't be the ones trying to pass moral judgment on fucking Nick Mercs anyway, considering the fact that they're the ones that are settling all these lawsuits for their fucking sexual harassment and shit. Hell, Activision and Call of Duty had a fucking employee commit suicide after fucking nudes of her fucking leaked through the fucking workplace.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I mean,
and they're gonna sit there and fucking cancel Nick Mercs over something that wasn't even negative, that was said. It was a First Amendment fucking protected fucking speech. I mean, granted, it's a company fucking corporate transaction, but still,
well,
it's stupid.
How big of a leap is it to say, you know, in the future, you know, Target, just use Target and Walmart as an example. Target says nobody can shop here that is wearing a Biden cap, and Walmart say nobody can shop here that's wearing a Trump cap. Right? It's not all that different.
Well, they already
it's just not
they already do similar things like that when they enforce specific dress code in certain locations.
I mean, no shoes, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
No,
that's a health thing.
No, there's certain locations that have specific dress codes. Certain big box stores that have certain dress code locations don't allow you to walk in with a backpack if you're under a certain age, or don't allow you to wear certain clothing, certain baggy clothing.
But I think that's more to prevent shrinkage than it is.
Well, it might be, but I mean,
than it is anything else.
I mean, but still.
But I mean, it's just the fact of the matter. Companies are in the business of making a product and selling that product. They shouldn't be in the business of politics.
You're absolutely right.
Or morality or anything else, right? I mean,
Call of Duty is supposed to be in the business of fucking entertainment and making video games, and so far they have not been doing well at the whole making video games portion of it, and they need to get the hell out of the politics part of it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But they're getting into politics and not doing as good on making the video games. So
yeah.
But
not a good recipe for long-term success.
No, but that's still where I'm at. What do I do? I mean, because like I said, right now, I even though I still have fun with this game and I have shit goals that I did not have accomplished yet, in good conscience, I can't hit play.
Yeah.
I want to play with. I still want to play games with you and other friends and other people that I want to play with. I just got to find another game or something else.
There's billions of games out there. Literally, I mean, just pick another one that's not Activision based. But I mean, that the other part of it is, we're gonna go Microsoft. That wouldn't surprise me. Microsoft doing same thing Activision's doing.
Microsoft just got shut down is getting shut down by the FTC as of right now. Anyway, they're getting sued or they're trying to get it stopped. FTC's trying to stop it, the acquisition.
But
as of right now, but who knows? I mean, Microsoft might actually turn it around. I don't know.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it too. I mean, Activision is so big that, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. No, my point is not. I'm just saying, if you went with a Microsoft game instead of an Activision game, right? Microsoft could do something very similar.
Yeah, I mean,
all of these companies are slow to react.
Every big developer has players that talk bad about them, and I take it all with a grain of salt. Okay, but that's where, like with Pixonic, I had personal experience in dealing with them, like very personal experience dealing with them. So I knew exactly what they were doing, and I knew exactly where they were going, and I just couldn't in good conscience keep peddling their game to people, and I couldn't you know, like I explained to everybody when I left, I couldn't keep doing it.
Right.
And with you know, with this game, it isn't about the monetization or the, you know, shady business practice. You know, it's not that this game is pay to win or anything like that. It's just, I'm sorry, but when people are, or when a company is crossing lines like this shit, I'm sorry, it makes me mad. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm a fucking red-blooded American, and I cherish, there's few things that I cherish, you know, a lot, and there's freedom is one of them, you know, and I honestly, I very much view what they did as literally just trampling all over people's freedom. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're literally just saying, screw you guys. We're just gonna tell you all what to think and how to be. And I just can't do it.
We're pushing a political agenda versus we're producing a quality game, which is up for debate. But I mean, that's really what they ought to be about.
Yeah, Kaiser.
But it's a slow process, right? I mean, it was the one side just basically took it all, the other side pushed it all, and there was no repercussions other than if you didn't side with one side. And now the other side is pushing back a little bit, and companies are slow to react to that, realize that they need to get back to being a business, and not trying to please everybody with their political views.
But I don't get it. Like, these companies just keep doing it, and watching other companies do it, and I mean, you saw Bud Light and what happened to them, and they lost billions, and they're still losing money. And then you saw Target get hit upside the head, and then Ford took a nice little tumble there for a minute. And now, I mean, not sure exactly how Call of Duty's going to come out of this one. I mean, they've got a new expansion coming out tomorrow. Not exactly sure how they're going to be able to track sales on that, because it's all digital, but I mean, they can track, you know, player activity, which player activity for Modern Warfare 2 has literally been declining so much. Anyway, I appreciate that, Aaron. I really do. I appreciate all of you guys for coming. The hard part is finding a game.
Pick another game. Let's pick another game, play it. I don't care. Play Fortnite.
No, fuck no.
No, Minecraft, baby.
Yeah, Roblox. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's plenty of other games out there.
I have been playing a game with my brother offline, though. Just saying. Low key.
Candy Crush?
No.
Ooh, don't bring that up. That's like an addiction. I never recovered. Farmville too, by the way.
Farmville has quite the community.
I was wondering if I had gone too far back there, you know.
No. Too far back for me? Come on.
Yeah, we'll have to figure another game, see what you can access.
I'm good with that. Just tell me.
I mean, we're only 3 months away from another one, aren't we?
Another what?
Another Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, whatever.
Yeah,
Every November, right?
Modern Warfare 3. It was supposed to be just another sequel to this one, but then they said, "Oh no, we're gonna make another full game, charge another $70 for it." But I mean, I was gonna get it and just keep on going, but I just can't. Man, there's.
Well, as I tell people, if this is going to be your hill, choose wisely. Everything can't be a hill, though.
I'm careful with my hills, and I never look
I'm
back.
not saying, yeah. Right, what you choose, you choose. And that's the way it is.
Yeah. It sucks. It really sucks because I invest. Like when I go all in, I mean, Kind knows I go all in. I'm like, literally, this has been the game that I play. This is the game that I play. Like, literally, I'm always maxed out on everything. Man.
Oh no, I see you at 650, buddy. I saw. I checked before I joined.
Yeah.
Right, 650 level. Yeah, no, I think I read that right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 19 days and 60 minutes in this bitch.
Oh.
That's a lot of time if you think about 19 days. That's actual play time.
Yeah, I don't like how it does that now. I don't want to know.
Yeah. We'll find another game.
I'll tell you what I've really gotten used to using the last couple of days is that thing the drill charge. I never really understood it, but now, ooh.
You just got to learn the arc on how to throw it, yeah.
Right, and then what it'll all go through, and
the thickness of the material, though, you gotta be real careful.
Mm-hmm. Just feels good to walk up and go. Someone gets you and you throw it, and they come in from the back and get you.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just feels good.
Well,
it's the small things in life.
All right. Well, I guess that's what we'll have to do. I think we'll call it here. So that means I'm gonna say sayonara to Call of Duty.
Yeah, I gotta roll.
Well, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream on here, guys. I'm gonna stay and chat with Kind, try and figure out something to play. So maybe we'll have something to play for you guys. But I do appreciate everybody. I appreciate all of you and your input. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. I appreciate you listening. And I appreciate you guys understanding. It's just, I mean, for a sailor, I might have questionable morals, but the good thing is I have morals. Just, you know, here and there, just sometimes, but yeah, Call of Duty just they pushed it, and makes me sad because I only needed like 8 or 9 more guns to finish them all done, and I would have been done. That sucks. But anyway, Dally, it was good seeing you, man, or hearing you.
Yes.
Good seeing you, Dally.
Yes, it is. I will check in with you guys again.
Yeah, pay attention pay attention to Discord though, because we may not see you on.
Right? No. No, I learned that. I logged on. I joined Qube and was like just chatting to nobody, of course. And I was like, oh wait, I can hear you. I could hear you in my head going, "We're on Discord, Dally."
Yeah, but we won't see you on Modern Warfare, so we'll have to send you a message on Discord. All right, Anyway,
We'll do that.
we'll hit you up, man.
All right.
All right, brother.
Take care, guys. Good
Yeah.
to see you.
Take care. But anyway, kind, appreciate it as always. And
Absolutely.
everybody in chat, seriously, guys, appreciate all of you. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will get back with you guys and let you know what's going on. So until then, stay safe, and we will catch you up on the next one. Till then, Chief out.